and thank you so much for joining in for our These 5 Things show for this week. And I wanted to talk about 5 words or 5 understandings that are really taking away more peace out of your life. And if you were to make some switch outs and changes, what extra joy could you have flowing into your life? Because we all want more peace, more play, more prosperity, right? So let's get started with today. And here we go. The first one, hopefully it's coming up on the screen there. Fantastic, is blame. So where we are using blame in words, oh, I blame that person for that. Oh, I blame that situation. Oh, they have to be blamed for it. Like there is so much intention and around that there has to be a responsible situation that someone needs to take ownership. And often it is a frustration that you come with and that you want to push that out, that you had no connection with that situation. So by removing that word out of your dialogue, then you go, great, there was a situation that happened and we now need to deal with the facts. We now need to do understanding with the opportunity to learn and how can we improve for next time. Okay, so removing blame. And what I want you to understand is that the words I've selected, there's probably 100 words that we all want to remove from our dialogue in order to have more peace. But the particular ones that I've chosen have been tested through kinesiology and subconscious as to the ones that are really deep down and are impacting through muscle testing the negativity that's framing and holding in that pain into your body. The next one, wow, is the word should. So should has so much connotations when you just say, look, I should do this or I should do that or he should or she should do that. And with this, it's really an external authority that has control over you by using the word should. And so if you were to say, you know what, I'm going to replace should with a choice. I either want this or I do not want this. So if I want more of or I want less of, then it seems to me that you've got more say in the situation. You've actually got more choice in the situation rather than feeling that as an adult, oh, I should go home and do the washing. Okay, you know what, you're going to change, say, I'm going to go home and do the washing before dinner, after dinner. Okay, so it's then saying, great, I have a choice around this. So just not shooting all over yourself. The next one, it's a biggie, is the word hate. I've consciously been removing that word out of our home, for the last 10 odd years. It's not a word we're allowed to use. Yep, pretty tough about it, because if I'm accepting that I can say hate in such a casual reference like, oh, I really hate how my hair looks today, I really hate broccoli, it really brings more and more of that energy into your home and you'll find more things to hate. Okay, it is an intense word. It is a word that has got so much history and pain associated. So the fact that you're just going to even use it in your dialogue is one to say, well, for what benefit would I be using that on just a very casual term or having it in my life at all? Why would I be referencing it? Why would I be including it in the way that I speak? And so I think that if you become aware of just exactly the pain that you are feeling when you use it, let's try and eliminate it, right? So I would definitely be encouraging you about that one. Here comes another one, gossip. And a dear friend of mine and I were only talking about this morning. So gossip means where you really want to take information that's not yours, information and stories that are not yours, and tell them on to other people. Okay, or having a situation where maybe there's information that's here and you decided to add another few layers on just to really drive that knife in or really drive that disempowerment over something that by another person perhaps who is succeeding, who is having a different experience to what you're having. And so what we then do is that we move that story into the community, we elevate, and all of a sudden what was actually the sanctity of the truth has become washed away. And you've become responsible. You've become a participant in that. Now, understand that's gossip. You know, being a trashy magazine, do you want to live your life as a trash magazine, okay, at that quality, where they're just grabbing at headlines, grabbing at just top layer of stuff, or do you want to actually step into being, you know, really layering the piece deep, deep in within you? Now, this is very different from when you need to find a confident and a trusted mentor and somewhere where you can actually go, you know what? I'm actually needing to unpack something that's happening in my life. I need to understand a little bit more. I need to lay it all out. I need to have a little vent in the safety and security of someone who isn't just going to be translating that outside of your circle in the old, you know, cone of silence, Maxwell Smart situation, and who will go, aha, I hear you. Yeah, okay, how can we get to solving that? All right, what do you think is best in this situation? That is very different. And if you do not have those people in your life, then get some new people who can get close enough that you can start trusting in that, okay? And it really will eliminate the nonsense that's going on, okay? And the attraction of more and more drama. I do very little drama because of these sorts of things that I've started to get better at, to reduce in my life, to actually say, you know, what am I choosing? I'll check in about my choices. It's just my own life. It's not being righteous. It's just saying, you know what, I can see all this confusion and all this nonsense that sometimes we can get caught up in. And you know what, I'm going to be more conscious about what I'm playing, what I'm choosing to get closer into my situation. So the final one is the word problem. Now, gee, as kids, we were taught to solve problems, of course, but it's where we actually focus on the word problem rather than going, aha, something has presented in front of me and I'm actually going to now work on the solution. Okay, so instead of talking about the problem all the time and, oh my gosh, this is such a problem. No, it's an opportunity. It is a challenge. We all have them. And some have them on a more intense daily basis than others, and we can go through windows where we actually have got a series of them. But if we focus on the fact that, what can I do about the set of circumstances that I'm now experiencing in this moment, in this season, there's a reason behind it. I may not know what it is, but I've got to plow through this, right? And so we get into solution. It won't happen the first few minutes because you've actually got to have a reaction. So just check in with your actions, vent, walk away from it, take a few days, absolutely. Then come back and say, all right, let me now find my energy around the solution. Okay, so let's talk about less problems. It's not that you're going to be all rainbows and sunshines, but it's then saying I'm not escalating and escalating and escalating, which once you thought that something was going to be manageable and then you've made it beyond manageable for your humanness to even take on, because you've now made it into something that it wasn't. So definitely just look at how you're handling the word problem into your life. So I hope that those 5 have been incredible, valuable to you, just to sort of say, oh, yeah. Again, we could add probably another 15 words. What are a few words that you've actually decided to start eliminating from your dialogue in your own space, in your family? What do you encourage your kids around or your partner? I'd love to actually know what those are as well. So please feel encouraged to pop them onto the feed too. And it's been great to have you here. Hello to you all. And I hope you're loving these 5 things show. And we've got a few surprises coming up in the next few weeks. So bye for now.